hello. My name's Sarah, for those of you who don't know me, and I am the owner of Spiritual Events Directory and also Oracle Queen Publishing, which is a new exciting endeavor, new business that I've started. But the lovely Ruby, who is with me today, is a numerologist, and she is part of Spiritual Events Directory. And so I wanted to do this video just to showcase Ruby's skills if people don't know what numerology is about and how it all works. So what she's going to do is she's actually going to do my chart. Is that right? What do you call it? A chart?
Well, we're going to do your life path number today, talk about your life path number, your natal chart a little bit, and your destiny numbers. But before we hop into that, I like to explain what numerology is about.
Yeah.
So numerology, just in a nutshell, is the study of numbers of the date that you're born. Okay, so our soul came into this life on a particular date to experience a particular number of what that date adds up to.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, we keep adding all of the digits till we get to one digit. And so every number from 1 to 9, that's how we look at the numbers, from 1 to 9, has a vibration. Every number has a vibration. That vibration, whether it's vibrating in the positive or in the negative, that is your choice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have free will to do what that number is representing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I like to focus on the positive, and when I do connect with people, and especially with you, I remember the very first time I did your numbers, I was like, yeah, this makes sense because you're a master number 33-6.
Yeah.
And the 3 is the happiest, most positive vibration out of all of the numbers.
Yeah.
And so I'll never forget the first time I did your chart back in 2015, that I looked at your chart and I thought, wow, this makes so much sense, because you are, when just speaking to you, you just get that positive vibe.
Thank you.
But essentially you're a life path 6, but with 2 3s. And so the 6, let's talk a little bit about the life path 6. The life path 6 number loves family and needs to have a family.
Yeah.
Okay. And has come into this life to create their own family. And it usually means that in a previous life, something went wrong with family. So it's so important to get the family environment right in this life. But your 6 also comes from 2 3s. So so when you see the 2 3s, so 3 on its own is a happy vibration. So this is double that happiness, double that positivity, double that creativity. So like normally if someone's just a straight life path 3, you say, okay, you're positive, you're energetic, you are optimistic, you're creative, whereas you're double that. It's magnified, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the 6 as well has a healing energy and wants to be of service to the community, which is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which is what you have been doing.
Yeah.
Yes. So the 6 has a beautiful energy. Okay. And especially in a family environment, and is helpful throughout the community. And the 6 likes to help others. Now, the 6 needs to be careful to not over-sacrifice itself for others. I think you can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very hard when family is so important to you. So you need to assess and judge when to step in and when not to step in and when to say no. And the other thing that the 6 needs to do is when they do help others, just do it from the goodness of your heart and not expect anything in return. And it'll just come back to you in other ways.
Yeah. I do. I say that actually. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah. Well, to my kids.
So your natal chart is really, really interesting because it's the way I write it. We start off with the spine of the chart, which we go month, day, year. Now you're born in a universal year, 24/6. It adds up to 24/6. And the 24/6 is Venus love energy.
Mm-hmm.
So the universal year that you're born in are lessons to be learned from the Father. And if you're not going to learn them from the Father, the universe is going to make sure you do learn that lesson. So again, you're a life past 6, so you've got the 6 there. So you should be doing this quite well by now.
Yeah.
You've also got your month 6. You're born in a month 6. They're lessons to be learnt from the mother. Okay. So it's interesting how you view your parents that are going to motivate you to do what the 6 really wants you to do. Okay. Now you're born on a day 3. So am I.
Yeah.
So the 3 is so the day that you're born is very positive to you. So the 3 means that you're a personality 3, which means you're naturally, from when you were a child, you're always happy, positive. You had a lot of friends. You made friends quite easily. People are attracted to you because you've got that positive energy.
Yeah.
Always creative. You've always coming up with a fabulous idea. You've always got these great ideas, which you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, your first 2 pinnacles are both a 9, and your third, actually. Now, the 9 is a very testing number. So you've got 3 pinnacles in a row that are 9. You've got 9, 9, 9. Okay. So the 9 puts a lot of challenges before you, and you're meant to overcome that challenge. Now, what's really interesting about your first 2 9s, the challenge opposite that is a 3. So that tells me this was a very easy challenge for you to overcome. But it also tells me that in a previous life, you weren't happy. You were probably depressed. You had no joy in your life. You just, yeah. You see, the 3 has the gift of the gab to express positively.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you've
So
got,
does this change? Like, because I remember I had a psychic reading way back when. I think my daughter was 18 months old. She's now nearly 13. So we go back there. And she did the same, like she did numerology as well. And she did what you're doing. And I remember, like, there's certain things that you just remember. She
yeah.
said that when I get to a certain age, I have no more challenges. And I'm pretty
Your
sure
chart actually does show that, and I was going to get to that.
Oh, sorry, because I'm pretty sure that that's like 47, which I've just turned 47. Was either 47 or 48?
I'll work out what it is, but looking at your chart, because you've then got, so you've got the 2 3s and then you've got the 2 0s, right?
Yeah.
Now the 0, it's not so much that you don't have a challenge, anything can happen.
Yeah.
So the 0 is like the Joker card. It says, here's your free pass, but how you play it,
yeah,
the outcome could be,
yeah,
good, bad, or indifferent.
yeah,
Okay. But what you've got to remember, when you've got the 0 and your 2 0s are opposite a 9 and your final pinnacle, which is a 3. So your final pinnacle, the security of your chart, is a 3. So that's all about you being positive and being,
and life just flows beautifully for me when I am positive. So I know that. Yeah.
So let's say, for example, for argument's sake, because you've got the 0 opposite that 3, let's say you, for some strange reason, went through some sadness. What the 0 says is, but that 3 will come back to positive. Okay, so you'll always get it back. You'll always get back what it should be.
Yeah.
Because the 0, it's closed. So it's in there. Okay?
Yep.
So there are 2 numbers that give that energy of it coming back, and that is the 8, because it's the infinity.
Yeah.
And it's got no break, and the 0. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 That's why I say 8 is always a very karmic number.
Yeah.
because it's going to come back. It's in there somewhere and it's just going to come back.
Yeah.
Same with the zero. So you lose anything when you've got the zero, whatever number it is opposite, it's just going to come back. You'll learn that lesson and then all of that positive energy will come back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but back to the nines for a moment, because you've got 3 nines, you've got 3 pinnacles essentially that are 9. The 9 wants you to let go of what no longer works for you. You've got to be wise with the 9. You've got to use your wisdom. The 9 is a very compassionate number. It's a very testing number, but it's also a number with a lot of opportunities. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very strong number. Okay. Lots of lessons, and it's just life testing you with these lessons. But your positive outlook on life being the 33-6, I see you breezing through those challenges, that's what you came to do well. The 9, so your pinnacles are saying this is what you need to achieve in this life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like I've had a lot of challenges and I've got through them quite, okay.
Yeah.
But they're here to make you grow, that's for sure. I was just a bit like, yay, there's no more challenges once I hit that age.
Yeah. Oh, you probably, the best way to explain it is that you just get better at dealing with those challenges,
Yeah.
and especially with the 9, because the 9 is really saying, if it's not working, let go.
Yeah,
Let
exactly.
it go. Forgive and forget, move on, and just don't dwell on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 9 is a selfless number as well in the positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, some people come into this life as a life path 9. I know one person in particular, and he's had a lot of, tough challenges, yet hasn't learnt to not be selfless and keeps on going through it, which is quite sad because it's, there's good and bad in everyone, I say, and quite a lovely person, but just not learning his lessons. And, you can, as we say, you can lead the horse to water and then it's just up to them to do the rest and you can't keep doing it for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about your natal chart. And then we can go into depth another time. But I want to talk a little bit about your destiny numbers. Now, I love your destiny numbers, okay, because your soul vibration is a 35-8. And I love the number 8 because the number is a number of being empowered. It's the business number, which is what your soul wants. Your soul wants to empower others. But in particular, because, 8s can be a 1 plus 7 equals an 8, a 2 plus 6. My favorite number pattern for the 8 is the 35-8 because that positive number 3 linked with the 5, which is energetic as well, creates a very successful business.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
And so would I be karmically linking, like would that karmic 8 be there for me in business as well? So essentially what I'm doing for business would be good karma because I'm,
Yes,
shining the
absolutely.
spotlight on amazing people such as yourself. So, yeah.
Yes. Well, and not only that, you're in a personal year 8 this year.
Yes.
So it's a universal year 8. Your first pinnacle is a 9. I work out your personal year by adding your first pinnacle number, which is a 9, plus the 8, adds up to 17, which 1 plus 7 gives me 8. So you're in a personal year 8. So this is a great year for you business-wise.
Yeah. And it's like we're in a universal 8 as well.
That's right.
Yeah, and my every year I match the universal year. Every year.
That's right, because your first pinnacle is a 9. So you're always in. Yeah, it's so easy to do yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that like rare or I don't know? I'm just like, that's pretty cool.
It's it's for anyone with their first pinnacle being a 9.
Okay, so that's how it works.
That will be the case. So for instance, my first pinnacle is a 4. So for me, it's a personal year 3. So I've got to stay positive no matter what's going on. I've got to, you know, not let the challenges throw me into a state of depression or doubting myself or doubting the universe. I need to stay positive and trust that the universe is going to send me what I need at the right time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think yours is quite easy to manage because, like you said, whatever the universal year is, that's your personal year. Whereas
Yeah.
I've got to
So
work mine out.
yeah, so I find it really interesting. Like, so 8 is like about abundance
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
good for business, and then nine's the ending. I remember the last ending, like, or the last time I was in a 9, and I didn't realize it actually until you had reminded me. But I had a lot of endings then. So I with my ex, and that was massive, and that started a big journey of in my
Yeah.
life. Yeah,
So
for that ending to really be ended, like, signed, sealed, that's it, we're done,
yeah,
through all the court process and everything that I spoke to you about, like, that was just massive, and that was all through that time.
yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen next year? What endings?"
So so here's the lesson to learn because you've now gone through virtually three pinnacles of nine, and I'm pretty sure I'll quickly work it out in a moment, but I'm pretty sure that you're entering in a couple of years your fourth pinnacle. 30. Let's go. Sorry, I'm now curious. I've got to work it out.
You're right,
31
that's okay.
to 39. Yep. That's it. 40 to 48. Yes. So you're in your third pinnacle at the moment, personal year 8. So next year, you're in your year of endings
Mhm.
in your third pinnacle, which is a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to go into your final pinnacle in 2026, which is 3. So, what you've got to learn when you're in your year of endings is that you're going to end things on a good note.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You know, you're going to,
And I
and
think I've learnt that lesson.
yes,
Yeah, there's
so
no more.
end things with love and kindness and
Yeah,
compassion
yeah.
and forgive, even if whoever it is that you're forgiving isn't asking for forgiveness. You need to forgive. But do you know why we forgive? Not just for ourselves,
Okay.
but if you don't, you're going to come back in the next life and relive that lesson.
Oh gosh, okay.
Okay.
I
So
forgive everyone. Yeah.
that's motivation in
Yeah, yeah.
itself to just forgive, release, let
Let
go,
go. Yeah.
send them love and light and move on so that you're going to feel this lightness in your heart. You're going to feel better that you did the right thing, and what they think of you, how they feel, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Doesn't concern you. You've done the right thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of
Okay.
sense. So when you say the fourth, like, I'm in my last pinnacle, is that like a 10-year cycle? So you were saying
9 year cycle. Your pinnacles are a 9 year cycle. So what happens
9
when
years.
you finish your fourth pinnacle? You're going to go back to your first pinnacle, which is
Oh,
the 9. Yeah. It just keeps going round. It's a
oh.
cycle. Yeah.
So that's back to what, like, the beginning of life, essentially.
Well, and you'll be
That you,
fine because you've been doing it for the last 47 years.
yeah, yeah. They'll be about 57. I'll be back to being like a 1-year-old again. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yes. You'll be
Interesting.
good at it. You'll breeze through it.
Yes, I will. I
Yeah.
will. Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
So what's even more interesting, so I've told you that your soul vibration is a 35A. Your personality as people see you is
Hmm.
a 3710-1. So we see you as really being a great leader, guiding, you're inspirational, the 3 and the
Oh,
7. And interesting, 37. 3, there's that positive 3 energy again. 7, spiritual. What are you doing?
and I live at number 37, by the way.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Lots of
great.
lots of new beginnings in this house. Been 13 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so those two numbers add up to 72,
Hmm.
which is a 9. So you're a destiny 9.
Oh.
Yes, from a 7 2. So the 7 again, spiritual, deep thinker,
Hmm.
wants perfection, really needs to connect, and the 2 loves to work with others.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So what's the destiny night? So that's not like endings and stuff though. That's
No,
not.
no, no,
No.
no.
Good.
No.
Like, okay.
So it depends where you see the 9. Okay. So
Yeah.
if it's a personal year 9, yeah, then that means all about
Yeah.
endings. So the 9, and I think you're going to be fine with your destiny 9 because you've really gone through, as I said, 3 pinnacles of 9. The 9 is a very challenging number. It's a selfless number. It's a humanitarian number. It wants to help others. So I think you're destined to really help others. But
Yeah.
let's not forget that you're the 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are the 6. That's what you came to do. You've
Yeah.
got these other things that contribute to that 6 and how you achieve it. So
Mm.
I see, because I keep seeing all of these 9s in your chart, I feel that the lesson there is just to be wise with it.
Mhm.
Okay. And to be compassionate, which I think you are. I see
Yeah.
that in you with so many different things. Like I've dealt with other people when I'm trying to advertise, and you can tell that they're getting short with me because I can't. I'm just like, sorry, how do I do this? Whereas you're like, I'll take over. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? You're
Yeah.
like,
I
you're
get
very
told that a
understanding.
lot. I'm just the biggest thing people say is that I'm just so easy to
You
deal
are.
with. Yeah. Yeah.
And that is the key to your success, is that
Yeah.
you are a very compassionate person. You're adaptable. So
Yeah.
the 9, the reason why we say the 9 is a challenging number with a lot of lessons. And I'll explain that now briefly why. So as I said, we've got the numbers from 1 to 9. So 1 is the leader. 1 is
Mhm.
a standalone number, very strong number, very independent. Okay.
Yeah.
Two, we say with the 2, it has the urge to merge, always needs company, very sensitive number, but needs peace.
Yeah.
2 likes peace. 3, positive, energetic, anything positive that you can think of, that's the 3.
Yeah.
Very creative, has the gift of the gab, positive expression.
Mhm.
Okay, 4 is a very structured number. It's very organized. It's
That's my mum.
determined. It's the hard worker. It,
Yeah,
it's
that's my mum.
it's here to work hard and save its money.
Yeah,
Okay?
mum.
Yeah,
Definitely my mum. Yep.
very good at setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Goes by the rules. Not interested in anything outside of the rules, kind of thing.
Yeah.
5 is the most flexible number, least judgmental, energetic, goes through a lot of change, very busy. It loves adventure, great networker. Okay.
Mhm.
6 is the number of love, family, commitment, healing energy, wants to help the community. Okay. Loves beautiful things. 7 is a spiritual number. It's a deep
Mm.
thinker. It's on a different realm, thinks differently to everyone else, needs very deep connections, needs time out,
Yeah.
needs time to themselves to reconnect. 8 is the number of authority, business, empowered, very powerful number, very strong number. Okay, so 9 has something from each of those numbers,
Oh, nice.
plus its own lessons. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No.
almost like a master number where it's got more lessons than the average number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
So
good.
your soul has chosen 33-6,
Yeah.
master
Yeah.
number, and then it's chosen the 9.
Yeah.
Your soul wanted to jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh, yep, definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. My 3 children are all 7s too, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all of them, 3 of them.
All
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 7 and you're a 6, that adds up to a 4. So very safe and secure.
Oh no.
Very stable number together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Mm, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, is there anything else, or do you think we can wrap it up? Is there anything else you want to say
There's
about it?
there's probably lots more I can talk about, and it tends to come to me. Oh, I did something. I had a look at this year for you in particular, like charting it up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're very intuitive at the moment.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got that happening for you. What else did I see? Yeah, lots of opportunities because and very busy because your final pinnacle for this year looks like it's got a 5 at the top. So there's going to be lots happening, lots of opportunities.
Yeah.
So communicating with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming from an 8 and a 6. So it's a really feels like from the chart a very successful year. Just take some time out for yourself because you will get really, really busy.
Oh, well, okay. And is that from the start of the year to the end of the year? It doesn't go from your birthday to your birthday, like,
No,
no,
start of
cool.
the year to the end of the
Yeah,
year.
cool. Just so
Yeah,
people know, because
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
yes,
well, it's been pretty busy so far, hasn't it, with the new
yeah,
projects?
yes,
We should talk about that too. The Oracle cards.
yes, which has been great. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we've put together magical bean. Well, I've put together magical beans oracle cards, and Ruby is one of the intuitives, numerologists that's jumped on to be part of that. So she has 4 cards that she's had input into, and she's done 4 more in-depth insight readings for those 4 cards about numerology, the numbers, and things like that. And so, yeah, if you're interested in purchasing a deck, just contact me and I'll send you the link. I don't know what to say about that one. It's like, because we're actually doing this video for Ruby's your listing on Spiritual Events Directory. So we'll go on there. So when people are like Googling and they're like, oh, a numerologist, they can get a little bit more information about exactly what she does. So yeah.
and another thing I want to add with the numerology readings, I don't have to meet you in person. I just
Ooh,
need your
goosebumps.
date of birth and your name from your birth certificate because that's how we work out the destiny numbers. And then we marry it all up together to do an essence chart. We can talk about that next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exciting. Yeah. So how can people find you and follow you? You were saying that you have a TikTok account. So
Yes,
yeah,
I'm trying to get it up and running. So I've called it Goddess of Numbers, and people can send me a message there and connect with me there. I haven't really posted much yet, so I'm just organizing that in the next month
yeah,
or so. Yeah.
that's all right. And your email and your website and your Facebook and all your details are in the listing anyway if people want to
Yes.
reach out.
I'm going to link Instagram with the TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I just found with Facebook, I didn't get a lot of interest there. Um,
Interesting, because Facebook's just like that, my biggest platform.
really? Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
clearly doing
Instagram,
something
I don't even know
wrong.
how it works really, like, you know.
Yeah, people want reels. It's all about
Yeah,
reels. Yeah.
yeah.
Same with TikTok.
Mm.
Yeah. I actually have a cat, a rag doll, who's got 44,000 followers on TikTok.
Your cat?
My cat Cartier the super cat, and he's a life path 5 like mummy.
Oh my
Yeah, you
god!
can look him up. He's amazing. He's not your regular rag doll, and that's what it says, not your regular rag doll.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
he's got all of his adventures happening, and he loves car rides, puts his head out the window like a dog. People actually stop us and go, "What is that? Is it a cat?" I'm like, "Yes, it's behaving like a dog." I'm like, "I know." Goes for runs, goes
Oh
jogging with me. Yeah,
my, I'll have to look that up. That's so cute.
yes, he is. He's
Uh,
adorable.
Yeah, so cute. It's funny, you see a few animals that are, like, got big followings.
No,
How
there's
can you monetize that?
I know. Well, Merlin the ragdoll flies first class around the world and does expos for pets.
Oh, really?
He's got like 2 million followers, Merlin the ragdoll, and he's got this grumpy face. And his bio was, "You disappoint me."
He's probably
He's
got
gorgeous.
T-shirts. Has he got merch?
I don't know, but there is merchandise. Yes, 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 yes. There
Yeah.
is plenty of merchandise. The funny thing is, when he meows, he's got the sweetest meow ever.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're obviously a cat lover.
yeah,
Ragdoll cats. Yeah.
yeah,
Lovely.
yes.
So cute. Well, thank you so much for doing this, Ruby.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for your
It's a
insight.
pleasure. And we'll
Yeah,
have to do this is just part one.
part
Then
one. Okay, so we're gonna do part two.
I definitely got to do part two and talk about the essence and talk about what the letters in your name also
Mm,
represent. Yeah,
okay. Wow. So there's a lot to it. So yeah,
there's so much to it.
definitely reach out to Ruby if you want to have your own reading. You don't have to do it live like we are, obviously. And yeah, you don't even have to be on video by the sounds of it. Ruby can just do. And do you do a video or something and send to them, or
When
is it a report?
No, no, no.
Written one?
I then speak to them because sometimes they have questions. And
Okay, so then you speak. Okay.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
tend to do a Zoom if I don't meet with them in person
Okay.
because I've had clients all over the place.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I'm
what you were saying is they don't have to literally come to you
so
in
yeah, no,
Sydney or New South
no,
Wales.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I've had clients from Melbourne where we've Zoomed and yeah, yeah. So
Lovely.
I'm happy
Oh,
to
really good.
do Zoom readings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Awesome.
I do initially need the information. I work on it and then we allocate a time
Yes.
and
Gotcha.
get it all done. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And
Yeah.
there actually is a link in the listing to contact Ruby because I created a little form for you. I remember now. I created a little
Yeah.
form.
That's right.
So fill out your details there, and that goes to Ruby and also me. So yeah. So and then she'll follow up and go from there. But thank you so much for
My
joining me
pleasure.
and doing the reading. Thanks, Ruby. I'll talk to you
You're
soon. Look
welcome.
forward to part two.
Yes, I'll work on it.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
everyone.